Hey, hey, John here from Last Not Least. We got an album coming out in March, and I'm excited to share that with you. And I'm excited today to welcome you into my little home studio to take a listen to what's going on under the hood of some of the songs that are going to be on the album. So today we're going to take a listen to a song called Road to Somewhere. And on this one, this was kind of a late add to the album. So we had a track listing and a set of arrangements pretty much ready to go around the end of 2023, believe it or not. And so we went through a personnel change. Our guitarist, Dave, unfortunately had to move out of area. And so ultimately, what happened was I switched over to lead guitar, and we were lucky enough to take on Evan on bass. Um, so once we had the lineup back together, we kind of half the band had to relearn everything, and along the way we added some new songs into the mix as well. So this was one of the later ads, "Road to Somewhere." And one of the interesting things that happened when we were working up the arrangement for this song. So Ryan and I came in with very different guitar parts. Ryan's part was pretty much straight time. Mine was a little more syncopated. And so we did some trial and error and worked through that with the vocals. And ultimately, what ended up happening was we almost kind of switched places. So Ryan's part became a little more syncopated. Mine became a little more the straight time part. And so there's a little bit of difference between the rhythm parts here. So let's take a listen. We'll start with one at a time, and then we'll hear them both together. This is the verse section that we're listening to. So you hear the difference in parts there. That's Ryan's part, and then mine. A little bit different in terms of the timing. So let's listen to both of them together. So you probably hear a little bit of the push and pull going on there with the different timing. So when you put them together, they're kind of almost fighting for establishing the feel of the song. So when we go to record, the generally the first kind of final part that's getting recorded for us is the drums, and then we record all the other final parts to kind of really lock in with that and give it a cohesive sound. So here is a little bit of Brad's drum part. This is still the same verse section, and you'll hear that what he's done is to kind of bring those two opposing feels together. So he's got the swinginess in there, he's got the straight time in there. Let's take a listen. Let's add in the bass, and the bass part here. I'm gonna be honest, one of my favorite pieces of bass playing on this album. It really gives it a sense of momentum. I'm a big fan of bass parts with a lot of movement, and this definitely delivers that. So let's add that in. And then we'll add in the guitars, and you'll hear how all this kind of connects together. And let's add the vocals.
But when it calls on choice but to heed, following the melody all around to the constant beat. A moment of weakness as I take the lead. When I turn my cheeks, my mind longs for speed.
So let's do the same exercise with the chorus, but this time I want to start with the drums. And a lot going on in the drum part here, but I really, really love these fills. So let's take off some of the other stuff, and we'll hear the drums just by itself for the chorus now. bring in the bass part. And the guitars.
Alley so green, reflection so clean. This road to somewhere's ignited a burning in me. A fire for knowing, lighting a path of trust until the flame is no more in the streets, laying in dust.
So that is a chunk of Road to Somewhere. That is one of the songs on our new album, our first full-length album coming out in March. So look for that and follow us on all the socials and all of that good stuff. Thanks so much for being with me today.